Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show, home improvement and maintenance tips from the pros.
Welcome to the Handyman Pros Radio Show Action Edition, where we feature feedback from you, our listeners. I'm here with my old buddy, Larry. Larry, what's been going on?
Well, John, it's been another fabulous week in the handyman business. I have been installing a whole series of faucets for one customer. They had to basically wanted new faucets for their whole. Well, John, it's interesting. Every faucet in this house was leaking. It was actually a condo. But anyway, every single house or every single faucet was leaking. So what did I do? What do you think I did?
Turned the water off and walked away?
Yeah, that was it. That was perfect. How did you know? Outstanding. Anyway.
Because that's what a true professional would do.
That's right. They turn the water off and say the heck with that. But including they were actually having a leak in their washing machine too. So, the first thing that jumped into my mind is, wait a minute, right? So I put the water tester on it, right? The water pressure tester, because I'm thinking PRV valve. And sure enough, it was not the PRV valve. But every single fixture in that whole condo was like 20 years old. So, but it was kind of coincidental. Anyway, in that process of putting in all these faucets, right, I had to caulk on them, right? And so it reminded me of a question that I got from Carl W. In Rhode Island. Carl sent us a message at questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. And Carl asked, he said, I'm trying to do some caulking and I'm having a tough time reaching tight places such as behind the faucet. Do you guys have any tips?
Yeah. I had this exact same thing a long time ago, and I just ran across it the other day doing a job, and I stripped out all the caulking and stuff behind a sink, and of course I had my big caulking gun. I just didn't have one of those little tubes, and of course as soon as you get close to the faucet, boom, you stop. So the way to get around that is the evil plastic straw.
Oh, no. You're kidding me.
So what you do is, of course, use painter's tape. Just put a straw at the end of the nozzle. That painter's tape, by the way, is good for everything but painting, by the way. But, you do that and you've got it made. So you can really reach tight places with a big caulking gun with your, a full tube of caulk in it and just keep going. So, hey, next time you're in a store or whatever, and you get a drink, save the straw. Oh. Throw it in your tool bag for just such an occasion and just tape it on there and you're good to go.
Yeah, that's an awesome tip. I've done that many, many times and actually have a few straws that are still in the wrappers actually. But keep a couple straws in the caulking bin just for this point. Fantastic tip. All right, sounds like a plan. If you need to get into a tight place, use a dreaded plastic straw. Mm-hmm. Folks, if you have questions like this, please don't hesitate to send us an email. That's questions at handymanprosradioshow.com or join our Facebook group at Handyman Pros and leave your comments there, and we'll certainly get back to you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed this podcast and have derived some value from it, here's 4 things you can do. 1, tell your friends about this podcast. 2, hit subscribe on your podcast player. While you're there, leave us a review. 3, subscribe to our newsletter by going to handymanprosradioshow.com and click on the subscribe button. We'll inform you of upcoming events, shows, and give you actionable tips for maintaining your home and property. And 4, send us an email with your questions to questions at handymanprosradioshow.com. That's handymanprosradioshow.com. That's our show for this week. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week on the Handyman Pros Radio Show.